Alright guys, what's going on? So we're going to try and get the, we put a new plug in. We put a Reds TS3 plug. I actually put one in the Pico as well. And I got a couple of spares. We're heating up the Novarossi P5. We want to try and get a good box tune on it. As soon as the weather clears up here in the next couple of days, hopefully Monday, we'll get back out there and I can run the MBX5 on the track. So let me let y'all know what I've done to get prepared. I'm trying to put a race setup on it. So first and foremost, we took the pills and we took them all the way out and down. And then we took our shocks, our front shocks, we stood them up, brought them in, stood them up. We took the rear shocks and we laid them down. And then I adjusted my ride height on it. Other than that, we're going to run a 5K, and 3K. We'll see how that works. We may switch to 5, 7, and 3, but for now, that's what I'm going to go with. And shout out again, Elliott RCHQ, for the race tires that y'all gave me, so I could start my my track training. So we broke the entire Mugen down, MBX5, rebuilt it, redid the diffs. Also want to shout out to a company here. It's called Ashton Hobbies. They're one of the only few companies out there that still has MBX5 stuff. I went ahead and replaced the stone guards. The stone guards were original on the MBX5 that were on there. So I got a brand new set. The part number is MUGE0403. Again, guys, Ashton Hobbies. Man, it's freaking raining, man. It followed me. As y'all know, I just got back from a trip from New Mexico. And if anybody wants any Traxxas wings, I've got them here. They're actually eRevo wings. I've got a couple of brand new Techno wings as well, the lightened wings. But anyway, we're getting this heated up and we're going to go ahead and try and put a box tune on it. But I'm going to cut off for a few minutes. This is what you get when you miss Thanksgiving. We're actually having it again tomorrow. So there you go, people. Turkey dressing, sweet potatoes, creamed corn, and mashed potatoes. Good stuff, people. So anyway, guys, let me eat real quick and then we'll fire this back up as soon as she's heated up. And 2 points, and shout out Raja. Thank you for leading me in the right direction for a race setup on my platform. I appreciate that very much. I've also got an aluminum steering servo horn coming. Should be here today. It's a Sandbox one. And then I ordered, they didn't have it, it was back ordered, but it's in now. Also got the Sandbox aluminum throttle horn to go on those. These are Sandbox black servos, high voltage servos. And after we fire this up and I eat, I want to show y'all a couple of things on the 8T as well. You can run the Lifey battery, the 100 milliamp Lifey battery in here. You just have to do a little milling on this, and I'll show y'all what I did in order to get that done. And I want to go over this 8T. There's a lot of talk about, 8Ts and, upgrading and all that. And you really only need to do a couple of things if you have this platform. You're going to have a hard time finding a 4.0 TLR. So if you want to do this, it's going to cost a few bucks, but you can do the major things that are going to put power to the ground. You don't have to go all out with the chassis and the towers and all that. But when I get back from eating, guys, I'll show y'all what I did on this and how I got the Lifey battery to fit in there. And then we'll go over some stuff on the Techno NT48.3 and the modified 0.28 boost Pico. Alright, guys, so when I get back in a minute, we'll fire this thing up. I'm trying to get a consistent idle with no ghost flame. And it may be impossible until I run another gallon or so through with my badass Bones brew. And you guys know, Bones brew, I've run both Bones and Byron's, and to me, Bones is just as good as Byron's. A lot of people say a lot of things, but they haven't even run the Bones brew. How can you talk about something when you've never even run it? I've run both people. Bones, if you put in the description what mixture you want, you can switch it from a 3010 to a 3011. I'm actually going to be ordering a 39. I'm fixing to re-up with another 12. You can get 12 quarts, 3 gallons of fuel for 95 bucks. Free shipping. That's the thing, people. It's not Byron's. Yes, they're higher on their fuel, but they don't provide free shipping. That's the difference, man. Brent Bones over there is willing to get your business, and he will ship this stuff to you at his cost, no cost, free shipping, people. 95 bucks, 3 gallons. Don't forget it. And he will custom tailor the blend that you want. Just put in the description box what blend that you do want. All right, guys, I'll be back in a minute, and I'm going to eat this. I didn't get Thanksgiving yesterday. I was driving for 11 hours. I drove 1,100 miles in 2 days and unloaded 3 trucks with just 3 guys. So I'm ready for my meal. So we'll see you guys in a few minutes. All right. Real 5. Alright guys, I think that's pretty good. The rest of it I'll do on the ground. That's pretty good right there though. Probably bring the idle up just a tiny bit, because when it's on the ground it has a load on it. But we're not getting any more ghost flame. Hard to find the groove. Alright guys, I'll keep working on it. But pretty cool. I got the stone guards on there, brand new. I may try and find the original MBX5 shock towers. But I mean, it's good to go. I can race like this now. I can get out there and practice. No more ghost flame, and I attribute that to the Reds TS3 plug. I still need to work on the tune just a little bit. I want it to drop immediately. It's still not dropping right away. But we'll get there, guys. We will get there. That's not bad though. I love this little buggy, man. It's old as hell, but I love it. MBX5. Once I learn how to run on the track well, where I'm confident, then we'll buy the latest, greatest MBX Mugen buggy that comes out. We'll buy it brand new, no used, brand new kit, start from the ground up. So, I really don't like buying used kits, man. I'd rather buy it brand new. That's the way it was born for me and for me only. So, alright guys, let's show y'all what I got going on other than this. Hang on. But I think we're pretty close to being dialed in there. Not bad. Let's take a look at what else we got. Man, I ate some of this. This is good stuff. But this was made by somebody else. My wife had gone to another relative, her brother's. And her sister-in-law made this. Oh, my sweetie. Right over there. You saw me I carried a turkey in earlier. She's going to be making ours here, and ours is the best on the planet. Better than any of y'all's, I'm sure. No, I'm just kidding. I think everybody thinks that theirs is the best, but hers is the best, that's for sure. Now we just get rid of that damn cigarette she got in her hand. Alright guys, so completed that. So let's go over the 8T real quick. I'm going to show y'all what I got. First I want to show y'all how I milled the cover for the battery so the Lifey would fit. I mean, it's still tight, but it will fit. That way you don't have to use a lipo if you don't want to. Basically all you do is you just Dremel some area out of the underneath. Come out of there. Alright. Alright, so you see I got the Lifey in there. Battery's not all tore up or anything. I will be getting another Protect switch for this one as well. Something had happened last time and I ended up burning it up. But, you know, we have the Protect switch on here. And you can also, you don't have to get the Protect ones. The Sky RC is just as good. This one's a Sky RC and it was only $12.99. The Protects are 40 bucks. So I've got a couple of each. So, alright, so what we got, guys, is I just took a Dremel and I smoothed down a lot of these areas here. See if y'all can see. Right here, there was a hump here on both sides. I just smoothed it down. You just got to be careful not to go through the other side. I could actually smooth it down probably a little bit more. But just Dremel it down. And, because there were humps here and here. They're made for a hump pack, a nickel metal hydrate hump pack, like a 16 milliamp or something. But you can run the Reedy Lifey pack in here. It's still tight, but it does fit. So that's one thing that we did. Let me go over everything that I've got on the 8T here. So you have to upgrade this throttle servo. The Spectrum one that comes with it is just trash. It's crap. And because this is such a long bar, has such long travel, it loosens up the shaft in there where the bearing is. So get rid of that Spectrum. These two are different. I forget the number on the throttle one, but it's different than the steering. I've had no problem with the steering Spectrum servo. They actually put a pretty good, like an $80 servo in here, and the throttle servo is like a $20 servo. It's ridiculous, but you think you'd have it opposite. So this is the Sandbox high voltage servo. It was only $29 on A main, and they say it's high voltage. It didn't say anywhere on the package, but if you look up this SV0220, it will tell you that it is high voltage. It's good for high voltage lipo batteries, and I've had no problem out of it. It's a good servo for 30 bucks. We've done all of the, and a lot of this stuff, guys, you can get at Nitro House or RC Waffle. I've done the turnbuckles with the 4.0 turnbuckles. And use your micrometer, guys, and get the proper settings out of the book. You can download the TLR 4.0 book. Just download it and you'll get the proper ones. I believe these top ones are 108 millimeters, or I think it's different. The top ones are 107 millimeters and the steering ones are 108 millimeters, and the rear turnbuckles are 108 millimeters. So you're going to have to remember that, because there's a lot of different millimeter links when you're looking for these 4.0 turnbuckles to upgrade the 8T. Okay, and if you guys have any questions or anything, just hit me up, man, and I'll help you out. Shout out to Drew's Nitro Shop. Drew helped me out quite a bit in the beginning to upgrade this thing. He was very knowledgeable in the parts that I needed, and we would conversate back and forth off of YouTube, and he helped me out a bit. So shout out Drew's Nitro Shop. A lot of this upgrade is directly, you're directly responsible for it, man. You helped me out a lot. Okay, so on RC Waffle, I got the complete 3.0 diff, which has the 4 planetaries and the lightened outdrive cups on it. All 3 of the outdrive cups are the lightened ones. We have the King Heads front chassis brace and the TLR top chassis plate. We have the center diff, which is 4.0. I had gotten the complete 4.0 center diff from RC Waffle as well. With the right now I have a 50 tooth lightened spur gear on there. I also have a 51 lightened one up here. So we did that, and we're running a 14 bell. Of course, the Novarossi stock 28.8 Rex Legend, and we're running a 41.001 and a 98.86 on there. Now for the rear differential, I didn't really know that much about RC Waffle at the time, so what I did was I took the LST differential, all the internals, the diff cup, the planetaries, all that are the same. Now what you have to get the 4.0 ring and pinion and swap those out. That's the only thing you have to do on there, the 4.0 ring and pinion. I paid like 30 bucks for each one of these. Using the LST gears, I ended up spending 60 bucks. I spent more to build it piece by piece than I did just to buy the whole thing from RC Waffle. Now sometimes these are used, and they use a grading system over there, I think 1 through 5. And I think both of these, I think the front was a 4 because it had a little rust and stuff, which I took care of that with some penetrating oil, let it soak. And then the center diff was 5, it was brand new. And the rear I built myself. So I am using the stock shocks. The stock shocks are good, even though they're plastic. They're pretty much better than any aftermarket shocks you can get. So obviously if you buy the TLR shocks, but you're gonna spend 60 or 80 bucks for the pair, front and rear. So 120, 160 bucks, somewhere in there to do those. So, but you can get the shock caps, the 16 mil TLR shock caps if you want, but that's 40 bucks for all of them. And I'm probably going to do that, and we'll just leave these. These are actually really good. Now, I do have the shock springs on here, the TLR shock springs, front and rear. And be careful because you have, there's 2 different types of hardware for that. Make sure you get the right ones, guys. Yeah, there's 2 different types, so just make sure when you buy them, you buy the right ones. Okay, moving on. So we did the rear hinge pin holders. This is a brand new set of hinge pin holders there. Hang on a second, guys, I'll be right back, okay? Alright guys, so again we did the TLR aluminum hinge pin carriers for the rear, and they help out a lot. These plastic ones, they break, the ends of them break, and one broke off when I was bashing, and the actual hinge pin, I lost the hinge pin. I found it. It took me like 45 minutes to keep looking for that damn thing, but I found it. So and that's about it on the 8T. I'm glad. I don't regret. Oh, the rear King Heads chassis brace. I don't regret upgrading any of this. And it's a badass RTR. Half RTR, half race kit. So, all right, guys. Here on the Techno, we got the new tank installed on it. New fuel lines. We're running a 16 bell and a 48 tooth lightened spur gear. Also switched out the plug for the Reds TS3 hot plug, and I'm going to look into that. I think it's a Triton plug, specific for the Pico. One of the subscribers had mentioned it. I'm going to look into those as well. But we upgraded the servo horn on the steering to an aluminum servo horn, and we have the M2C servo horn for the throttle and brake. It's got the ball bearings in there. They're really hard to get those ball bearings in, people. Other than that, that's really about it, man. Hyper 7, I'm gonna go ahead and get, they have on eBay right now, Nitro House, same place you can get a lot of those 4.0 parts. They have the aluminum, CNC aluminum front and rear chassis braces. That's one of the only parts of this Hyper 7 that is not durable. Is they're like dog bones and they keep popping out. So go ahead and replace those with the aluminum ones and be done with it. So alright guys, that's going to be about it. Just wanted to give you all a little bit of something from me, even though it's raining and stuff. Yeah, that's it guys. So until the next video, once it clears up, we can get this to the track, we can get that out and start dialing it in. I've actually got, I was going to run it today on the street and start dialing it in, so I put the stock Low C8T tires on it because I didn't want to tear up my Badlands, and I don't want to tear up, these are a set of Proline hole shots right here. I'm going to save for the track when I go out there. It's all brand new right there. The DE Racing rims and the hole shots brand new. And that's about it guys. We'll get this thing out there, and you know, the setup on this for the track is pretty much the same as the setup on the buggy. Stand your shocks up, spread them out in the rear, pills out and down, ride height, and diff fluids. I'm still set up for bashing here 50, 150, but we'll probably go 5, 7, and 5. 5, 7, and 5 probably here on the Techno is what we're probably going to run. So alright guys, that's about it. Happy Thanksgiving to everybody. Until the next video when we can actually run something, I will see you guys later. I'm out.